All right, welcome back to the AAA podcast, the show that gives you access to all areas to everything music, nightlife, and everything in between. My name's Lewis. We've got two special guests. We've got a special guest host, and then we have a special guest as well. So I'll firstly introduce my guest host. We've got Harley today.
Howdy.
Who was in our previous interview. Now, I will point out as well, our highest watched interview. And we're still debating whether it's because of you or Luna, and I'm pretty sure it's because the thumbnail is your shirt off. So
That'd do it. That did
and
it for me.
hopefully the blue hair this time does it as well.
It probably will, man.
Yeah.
You're good. You're fine. As long as you got me on here,
Yeah.
just use me as clickbait.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to have to get into that in a while. And our special guest as well. How do you want... Sylvester, Banx?
Just Sylvester.
Yeah, Sylvester? All right. So, obviously... you run a clothing line, Banx. So founded that, and then you've also obviously a DJ as well.
Correct.
Now I was doing a bit of digging. I was doing a bit of digging back. I actually.
How far?
All right, hang on. Riff Raff.
Oh shit! Oh, that's when you went to Street X. Is that the one when you went to Street X?
I'm not.
Yeah.
All I saw was a Riff Raff poster. I'm like,
oh, okay.
I need to hear this.
Actually, no, I've got another way to do it. Sly Kid.
Oh shit! I was hoping you didn't say that. I was like, wow. Yep.
So that obviously because so Banx has been around for what, 5 years now?
Yep.
Or coming up to 5 years?
Yeah, it was. Well, last year we did our 5th year.
Yeah. Okay. So I forget now. We're like 2018, 2019. So you've obviously you were DJing a lot longer than that, because I was going back through, like, it was like 2012, 2013.
you probably don't know how old I am now.
I haven't actually done the math, but well, the thing, hang on. Put it this way: you were on a poster for Stereosonics in 2013 . So.
Yeah, no, you know the truth's out.
You're not 21. Let's put it that way.
Nope, I'm definitely not young slow anymore.
You're middle aged.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, you should change your name to Old Fly now." I was like, "Fucking no."
I actually bumped into young Franco a little while back. I was like, "What are you gonna do?" Like, because he's like 24. I'm like, "What are you gonna do when you're like in your 30s?" And I'm like, he's like, "I'm gonna go middle-aged Sly." Middle-aged Sly.
Middle-aged Franco.
Middle-aged Franco, and then when he's like in his 50s, it'd be old-age Franco. So you might have to rebrand
I might have to
again.
change it when I hit 30 or something.
You're not gonna go back to Sly Kid?
Nah, like I changed Sly Kid because I just felt it was a bit whack. Like I felt that was my party DJ name.
Yeah.
And then obviously Stereosonic was like like really EDM at the time. And then I just needed like a new name, get to the bass scene more, and play a bit of drum and bass, dubstep.
Yeah.
And get booked for like a new name, so I tried Young Sly.
So how'd you get into DJing at the start? Like, was it through house parties?
Yeah, house parties, man. Like started from the bottom, man. Legit, like $50 an hour. I mean, no, $50 for a whole night.
I'm like starting from the bottom at $50 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, $50. 7 to 12. Bring my laptop, little Logitech speakers. Yeah, it'll work. It'll start from there, pretty much. Yeah.
And obviously, you've kind of continued that on. And then at what point did you kind of jump into the whole clothing? Like, were you always like had like that style kind of?
Yeah, I'm glad you actually didn't go that far back because there's some few photos.
Oh no! Look, if this was purely visual and we could bring up, I could bring up some old photos that I found of you, but
it was very metro days. No, I like my style changed. Like, obviously when I changed my name to Young Sly, my whole appearance changed. Yeah, it was just more of a branding, and then after that, I just found myself more in just the whole streetwear culture, and I used Young Sly to build that database pretty much into Banx.
And then kind of like switch it over.
Yeah. So
I just want to point out before we go any further, I did say it off camera, but I'll say it on camera as well. I do feel like usually I feel pretty well dressed, and like today I feel like the most underdressed, undercultured person here between you two.
Flexing it.
Yeah, I just came straight from my office job as well. Legit.
The fact that you wear this to your office.
Yeah. What are you working in, Harley?
Yeah, I work at the district office, so I'm there like 4 days a week. I'm literally like, while I'm like booking you, I'm like preparing for Friday as well.
Yes.
Dude, Friday's gonna be nuts.
Oh man. Oh, last Friday. Tell me what happened last Friday.
Last Friday was a mess, dude. I was a mess. That's why I don't drink when I DJ.
Really? We got some stories.
Yeah.
Okay, I should be wearing 2 chains right now. Man, this girl, man, just ganked it, man, just straight up. Yeah, I was like, yo, check it out. Picked it up, put it around. She's like, yeah, that's nice. Gone, just out. I wouldn't respond to my messages or shit either. I literally assumed the worst. She replies like 2 days later, 7 o'clock at night. She's like, oh, my phone was dead. She's like, I've got your necklace, all good. I'm like, I was this close to getting you banned. Like,
wow.
for like, just like, I'm like, how else am I meant to take that? You stole, like, straight up, like. But no, she left because her mate was like vomiting everywhere, and so she's like, I gotta go. Last Friday was. I shouldn't drink when I DJ, man.
Yeah, you stayed to the end of my set. I was like, you still here?
I don't remember saying to the end of his set. I even sent him a message saying, I'm like, I bailed at 2. And he's like, no, you were there till like close, man. And I was like,
wait, so you were there, but you don't remember being there?
Yeah. I don't remember like the last like 2 hours of the night. Like,
he hijacked my set.
Maybe.
So you were 1 chain Harley.
Yeah.
Man, and you just completely
so good. I had probably $350 on bar cards. I was giving out. I probably only had like $50 to myself just because I was just doing shots because like I don't like getting off the stage. I just like staying on there the whole time. So my mates just kept bringing me a couple shots so I could just do it quickly. And so I spent like $50. The rest I just gave out to everyone else. I bought like, I just went up to this girl actually that was at the counter. Right as I left, and I was like, dude, here's all my bar cards that I got left. And I was like, $120. And I was like, there you go, dude. Have a good one. Like, I'm off, dude. I'm done. So yeah, I left.
Hey, wait, you remember that, but you don't remember.
I remember everything.
I remember giving away the bar cards. I don't remember what she looks like. I think it was the girl.
Oh man.
There's gonna be this dude out there be like, man, this guy that just came up to me.
He gave me these bar cards and they're empty.
They probably had $12 on it, not 100.
He's like, he drank $50 worth. He gave me the other. I think he drank it all. Like, I don't know. Like, it was a state. It was bad.
Yeah, we had like a little surprise guest to come through.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that was interesting, dude. He was mortal. He was.
Are we allowed to say his name? Or is just...
I think we can say his name. I'm not allowed to post anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Who rocked up?
Nick Nat pulled up.
Oh, I think
second time was it?
Yeah, second time.
Because I've seen it. There's recently he. Wait.
We posted something within like 5 minutes. We got messages to take it down.
Yeah, I could. Especially it's like pre-season.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad for anything. It was just him on the mic, just like like chilling and
freestyle.
It was still like instant, like take it down.
That blew up.
Yeah, but yeah, he was there. He was chilling. He was.
Yeah, he stayed to the end of my set too.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, hey,
and he probably remembers it.
He's like, can you play 6ix9ine? I was like, yeah, what can do that
for you.
He's like the Perth version of, you know, when Usain Bolt like rocked up in like Melbourne. Like if being a ruckman like fails for him, he can just like come down and like rap for you guys.
Yeah.
Funny,
he can be our hype man.
Funny story. I was gonna give him a Banx jumper like a while back, and the first thing comes up, he's like, "Where's my jumper?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, you liked my message. You didn't reply back to me." He's like, "Nah, I was kidding." I was like, "Oh."
He's a fucking bitch as well, man. He's scary.
Oh man.
I was gonna obviously touching back on that. How have you grown Banx? Like, have you used that kind of thing where you've gotten like local? Like, is it a lot of local support or like?
Yeah. Yeah. I've got like under Banx, we sponsor a few artists. Like, for example, 12 Advance, Cron, and A1 Dubs. So we try to use like local guys from Australia and just like obviously we give them free stuff here and there, and then they wear it at their shows pretty much.
Yeah, and then that kind of
it's more for brand awareness. Like know, and plus they're my friends. I was like, yeah, like you guys were a lot more out there at shows in front of a big crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to touch as well with the whole, I guess, I was going to touch on this later, but I'll bring it up now.
Yep.
The whole like boutique fashion scene. I know from Harley's episode as well. Like you had a cabinet noir, like a belt. Like there's a lot of like
accessories.
Yeah, he's wearing it.
Safety off.
Well, my man right here hit me up with a jumper as well.
Oh yeah.
I realized halfway on the drive over here, I'm like, that would have been really good to bring. And I'm like, instead of my just a plain black like Skrillex jumper, I was like, that probably would have been more topical, you know, to bring the jacket that he gave me. But completely forgot.
Yeah, it was a surprise. I was going to give him the Banx 5th birthday hoodie. Yeah. And then because the new 3M hoodie came in, I was like, you know what, you can have the new one, man. Like you helped me out here and there. Here's my appreciation.
So good. It's so nice.
And you're useless.
I didn't even bring it.
You rock it. Look, we've even hung up.
I know. I just saw
your pen. That's what you see. You know how we bring something with you.
No. Yeah, I wasn't told to bring anything because Joel's a useless.
And you can't check your emails as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up. It works well. Look,
it definitely pops with that blue BG's
record.
BG's is better.
No, I was going to say, like, with all these boutique kind of companies, how many because I have no idea, how many are there in Perth? Like brands that are like
actual clothing brands or shops?
Yeah, clothing brands that are well established. That
there's so many that's popped up this year and last year. So
yeah,
it's hard to keep track. Like,
but do you think it? Like, I mean, like, well, like obviously you've been around for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, or then. That kind of answers the question I was going to ask is like the whole scene of like these, like I guess brands popping up. Is there a longevity in it, or do you reckon that they're kind of like, hey, everyone thinks that it's like
really easy to do?
Yeah, well, not that. Like it's like, oh, this is exclusive. Like we'll pop up and we'll just like get like a white shirt and whack our logo on it, and we'll call ourselves a clothing brand. Like.
And be like, it's exclusive. And just hope that people want to just like, buy.
Yeah, it's like the whole Supreme effect.
Yeah.
It's like Supreme were like, hey, we've got like a red and white logo. Let's slap it on everything and like blow everything up. Like, do you think there is a longevity, or do you think there's a lot of companies that are just...
Well, to be honest, at the start, when we first started, we did the same thing. But just to stand out from the rest, like you've got to be different.
Yeah.
And with Banx, I tried to do that for the past 5 years. Obviously, it was a slow journey. But we eventually, like, I think we've got like our style now. So
you definitely have your like even before like knowing who you were. Like I'd see it pop up, and it's kind of like there is that specific kind of vibe or style that you kind of have.
Yeah, we'll go for at the moment. We're going to go for like a tactical military vibe.
Yeah.
So that's in at the moment. Even this bag I'm wearing,
definitely,
this is the new bag. There's all like metal buckles. Like chest piece / statue. Yeah, so
there's a lot.
This is something that Banx wasn't like definitely we weren't this 4 years ago. Like we were just basic t-shirts.
Yeah.
But obviously to stand out, like we have to be different from the rest.
And do you think like the whole like that exclusivity kind of helps as well? Like how do you do your runs? Do you do like a certain amount, or is it kind of like
at the moment we're just dropping we do limited quantities. Yep.
So there's it's kind of that there's a lot of I know a lot of shoe brands that do that where it's like, look, like we'll do this. We're not going to do like an exclusive, like there's only 50 of them, but it's kind of once it's done, like that's it. Like you're never going to reproduce it.
No.
Have you had like a specific item that people like you constantly get people asked to?
Yeah, actually, our old Neo Grid, it was like a mesh shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of people asked about that, and I think I gave Lude that before he like pretty much blew up.
Yeah.
And he wore that to all of his shows, and then everyone's like, "Bro, you gonna do that shirt again?" I was like, "Oh, I should have made more," but
Do you find it hard to like keep up with like everything, especially like fashion, like especially since like you guys are very exclusive and only have like a few items? How do you like pick and choose what you're actually gonna like go with?
Like for us, like I've learned over the years, like everyone's trying to drop collections, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it's also like a big risk factor, and we're just doing clothing at the moment, so we want to play it smart. So we try to drop capsules every like month or every 2 months. So at the moment, I've got samples just finished, and we're going to drop our next shirt in March.
Yeah.
So like, if you think of like albums, and then there's like EPs, and then there's singles. Like we're trying to do singles just to be safe, and it's just to keep the hype going, pretty much.
Yeah. Instead of dropping it in like,
because there's a lot of work to drop a capsule, collection, because you gotta drop every season, and we just want to keep ourselves busy.
Yeah.
And pretty much
so
that's the best way.
You're kind of doing like it's like a SoundCloud song instead of like
pretty much, yeah.
Instead of an Eminem album.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because you got to wait like at least 6 months for a year for another album. So we're trying to be busy, be consistent.
And does that obviously then takes there's a little bit of a risk away as well, because like if you're dropping a whole collection, it's like you're stocking.
Yeah, we don't have dead stock.
Yeah.
And then, but with our sales, we try to do it once a year. We try and avoid like any small sales here and there. Just we don't want to seem like we're too desperate at the same time. Like we want to keep it like exclusive. This is the only sale we have of the year. Be there. For example, we did Cabinet Noir, so that was pretty much a huge success for the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's just quickly, be there or be square. Do you know the whole thing about that?
Like what be
no,
like what it
you know
means?
how like the whole saying is like be there or be square.
Yeah, because if you're not there, you're not around.
Hey. Yeah, did you know that?
Now you know.
No. Yeah, I know now.
We're just giving you the
Welcome back to Top 50 Facts that you didn't need to know. All right. What I want to know is, like, it might be a little bit like on the nose, but like, do you have anything that you've like put out on Banx that you love but didn't do well, and you just like you just baffled that you don't know why, like something didn't do well or sell as fast as you thought?
I was probably just dropping. Like we try to drop it in the right season, and we've had some few factories like really like messed it up for us. So we're like 2 months behind schedule, and we're like, we're gonna drop hoodies. It's summer. What we're gonna do?
Yeah,
and just hope for the best. And then we just like, like sometimes our hoodies come out bad, but now all these new hoodies came out perfect.
Sweet.
And the puffers came out during summer. We're like, but we sold them.
Yeah,
but I just took
You have that a very good like following and clientele kind of thing that will.
I'm pretty sure we have a following because everyone's always buying our stuff. So I guess
I definitely gotta look in. Like you see, there's so many like festivals where like people just walking around. And you see like your brand just pop up everywhere. Like
I always got people going, "Oh, dude, I've seen your shirt at Basement or Hidden." I was like, "Yeah, I saw that. Don't worry about that." But no, it's a really good feeling, like just to see the brand that you built from day one. And
how did you create it? Like, how was it?
Everyone's always asking like, "Oh, how did you come up with it?" So it was pretty much like the guys that run Pineapple Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ran this little one night event called Banx at the Avenue or the Ave in Claremont.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, they did it for one night, but they're like, "Oh, no, we're not gonna do it again." And I was like, "Oh, that sounds like a cool name." So I messaged Phil. I was like, "Yo, can I use that name?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." I didn't care. I was like, "Okay." So then I just like put the X at the end. I was like, "It's pretty sick." And
done.
Yeah, and then Jesse Defoe. Yeah, I was like, "Yo, I need artwork. I need something done. Like, I'm gonna start Banx up." He's like, "What the f-? I was like, "Yo, you soon know."
Next minute, there's like shirts
everywhere. Like,
well, Jesse helped me design the first Lotus shirt. That really popped. Like that shirt really made the brand stand out. Like because we did a whole Arabic writing on the sleeves.
Yeah, that
was just like back then. Long sleeves were like a massive thing. So it was like, let's give it a shot, and then that shirt blew up.
That's crazy. It's crazy how it can just like I guess one thing you can like blow it up. Like if you had it done, I don't know, you had got someone else to design it, and it was a shit design. And
I was a bit worried. I was like, this is gonna sell. Who's gonna wear a fucking shirt and like a flower on a shirt? So
and you've obviously you do that, and as we said, we touched before, you DJ as well. You doing more like DJing stuff lately, or like have you kind of pushed that a little bit more? Or?
Oh man, I'm Harley probably knows. So, I'm pretty much flat out every weekend. Like Wednesdays, to Thursday. No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just got back from Bali last week, and from Friday, Saturday to Monday actually. Yeah, just been DJing at night till like 4 a.m. So
and Harley's there to watch your set.
Yeah, well, on Fridays I play at What If, so that's like my Friday residency, like 2 a.m. to close.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Yeah, I don't know how I do it. I'm like, why do I do this myself?
I haven't done it.
Harley's like, you'll be there.
I haven't done the set times, to be honest. But you're on.
Yeah, nah, 6-8. Nah. Yeah, I played upstairs. Now I'm downstairs, so it was hip hop set, so pretty fun actually. I actually enjoy it. Yeah,
it is really good.
You're proof of his.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
good shit.
I need to just quickly address your hair.
For the audio listeners, can you just describe it like in like a lot of detail, just like how beautiful it is? Just
okay, well, take the hat off first.
But I'm wearing headphones.
Take the headphones off and do like a slow motion, like.
Well, you see, I'm wearing headphones and a hat, so it's not gonna be slow mo. It's gonna be you can see the indent in my head where I'm wearing a hat, and the rest of it's a bowl cut. Now, that's a good image.
Let's describe. So for anyone that's
I can like here now.
Okay, all right. So for anyone that is listening, it's a. How do I just look? It's blue. That's.
You ever bought a bottle of water before?
Yeah, it's a very blue color. Why?
Why?
Yeah, because you were blonde before, right?
I just change it like all the time, and literally the only reason it wasn't this color is because I was broke as shit. I just couldn't afford to get my hair done, and then I found out that my hair was only going to cost like $120 to get done. I thought it was going to be like way more than that. Dude, my friends pay like $450 to get their hair done.
Yeah, but it's blonde.
No, I just do it at home by myself, man. I used to do my hair heaps when I was back in the younger days.
Yeah, that's
back when I wasn't 12. I don't know. I just like changing it up. No, I pretty much went. I was actually trying to go for the color X's hair was like. That deep dark blue.
Yeah.
So I saw that after I saw someone else with that hair, and I was like, oh, dude, that's.
Yeah.
And then I lost the photo. And I was like, And then I saw a photo of X, and I was like, oh shit, that's what I wanted. So, I really wanted that color. Couldn't really quite get it as dark blue as I wanted it, but like
if you keep going, you'll.
Yeah. I reckon I'll keep going.
There.
But
see, like if you went to get.
My hair used to be blonde.
If you went to get a blue, they would probably cost $400.
Yeah, like it would to strip like the color out of your hair.
I just did it at home. Like my little brother was like good with that stuff, so I was like, "Yo, do you need my hair?"
You with blonde hair, that would be.
Yeah, like back in the metric days, the metro days.
Metric.
Yeah, I had my phase of being a real metro back then.
What, Stereosonics 2013?
Yep.
We can dig up some of those photos.
Oh, I think I deleted them. It's all good.
I guess something to I've addressed this with Harley before, but I'll ask you as well. The whole uniqueness of I guess standing out with like style. Is that something that you like? I guess even with creation with that, what do you call it? Like a satchel bag? Like
at the moment the whole satchel, the bum bag, like it's like a European thing, and everyone's just been doing it lately, and
it's very European.
It's very in, especially since like Kanye wore that chest rig bag, that shit just popped, and then everyone was like, let's do this and that.
Do you think that the whole I guess standing out in brackets is like, are you creating these pieces that kind of like make it like, oh, this is like completely different, or are you kind of doing it as like a this is the kind of style at the moment, or are you kind of like trying to like push the boundaries is what I'm trying.
Yeah.
Like Harley pushes the boundaries in the way that he looks and dresses.
In his hair.
Yeah. But like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas it's like in 6 months that could be the style.
Yep.
But I'm saying like, or are you following the like, are you trying to push the trend, or are you kind of like sitting back and waiting to see what the reaction kind of is?
Well, just I've learned to play it safe, like try stick with the trend, but also come up with something different and new. And like especially with this bag, like I try to think of the best ways possible, trying to make it stand out from the rest. And like, this bag's actually made from scratch. Like So it's definitely not bought from Alibaba. And then just like slapped it on. So it's all done from scratch. Me sitting on the computer for like hours and picking each bit and then like measuring and like yep.
That's crazy.
So this bag took me like 6 months to get it like to this stage. Like there's only a second sample. We got one more sample coming, and that's gonna be the final sample.
All right, I'm sold. Where's ours? You brought more, right?
So that's not out.
No, it's not even final. Like I've got one more sample, and then after that, like I'm like with me, like the item's gonna be perfect. Like sometimes I don't drop stuff for months or maybe the next year because I'm not happy with it.
Yeah. So you got to kind of wait for. Well, when
that's good though. Like I wouldn't like. I hate buying shit and it falls apart and it costs like a fucking arm and a leg.
Oh
like,
man, yeah. Well, with the brand, like because we have a name now, so we need to keep by that. Like it's all about the quality, and we want to make sure like people are buying their money's worth. Like no one wants to buy like a bag for like $300 and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this thing's ripping off, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I know sometimes you buy like an expensive pair of like shoes or a shirt or something, and it's like shit's coming off like straight away. Like I've noticed that for, bought like jeans and they're like hell expensive, and then like you like notice like they're falling apart, and it's like what the like
like this shirt was pretty expensive, and I just got it out the wash. It's already cracking and shit.
Can I feel it?
Yeah, man, you can feel it. It's like the
which one's?
It's over here, man.
What's the brand name?
That's the Skrillex Revenge collab. I
think that's like vinyl. Yeah, vinyl. Yeah, be careful with vinyl, man. Like that stuff.
Yeah, we were thinking of a printer for the office, but we were like, nah, not good.
So something like so. Have you released something similar to this before? Or?
No, this is our first bag. Like,
okay,
yeah. So it's a bit scary dropping a bag because we don't know if people like. I'm worried people might not buy it.
Yeah, and do you know? Obviously, I don't know if you can say, but do you know roughly like the price point and what? Like what you're thinking of these?
I think it's safe to say like because you can wear this bag like you can wear it like 5 different ways. Yeah. So like and obviously the quality of all the details here, like the heat sealed zippers. I think the bag I was looking at maybe like 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and I guess it's like it's within that what you would expect. For like what do you call it? Is it still a boutique kind of brand? Like.
I don't know. I'll call it.
Like what do you? Because you're not. It's not
hard to pinpoint, man. Yeah, like, especially with like all the mixing. Like
it's a lot of like, especially with the luxury brands now. They're all becoming streetwear. Like it's crazy.
Like streetwear, and then there's like goth shit's really in, and then there's vintage stuff. There's
like
really
dark
in as well.
Yeah, like MXDVS is like very dark, but it's streetwear. But I feel I've tried to push Banx towards more of the conceptual, designer based streetwear. So it's like high end / like that place plus faces streetwear vibe.
It kind of gives that it's like that luxury feel, but it's still within that. You're still keeping to that streetwear kind of theme. So
that's why when to go into a shop, like we were very picky of which shop we're going to go into. Like it all depends on like at the end of the day, like that shop is going to be pretty much the face of the brand.
Yeah, so you're not going to go into any.
Yeah, I won't name them, but but we chose. Obviously, Cabinet worked for us because we felt that Cabinet was pretty much stocking the brands that I look up to, like Stone Island, to like Off-White, and like some other high-end brands like Alex Wang. Alexander Wang. Yeah,
Cold War's pretty sick as well.
Yeah, Cold War too. Yeah, so that's the type of. I don't. Like, do you know some of those names or?
No. I do, and I did it. I might have done a little bit of research. No, but I understand what you mean. Like you've got to kind of like. Especially being because you're purely online. Besides when you do pop up, so now like when you're in stores now, or in Cabinet, but like you being that is the face of the without I get what I'm trying to say is like without them, it's like or wherever you go, like it's like. If your name is on something, then like on a shop front or whatever, people are like, "This is the image, like physical image of what they think it is." Yeah,
well, like at the start of the year, like when we did last year for Banx' birthday, we did an in-store pop-up at Cabinet, and they redid the whole vinyl stickers and our names on there now. So it's just like a pretty cool feeling just seeing your name next to all these big brands.
Yeah,
and like I never thought I'll get this far. To be honest, like my goal was always try and get into a shop.
Yeah.
But after 5 years, finally getting there, I reckon. Like.
And I even saw there was some stuff online as well from Paris Fashion Week as well.
Ed was wearing.
Yeah.
Man, some of the stuff he was wearing is crazy.
Yeah. Well, that was just like I was like, he told me, he's like, look, I'm gonna go to Paris. I was like, like I can't go because I'm busy DJing, and then I'm gonna go to Bali in the week, like pretty much in the same week.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really want to make him a sample so he can wear it. So I made him it's like a 1-of-1 hoodie. It's like a tactical hoodie with like heaps of pockets and like buckles. And then I made like cargo shorts and cargo pants.
Yeah.
But actually, it's actually a cargo pants, but you can actually like, you know, I can't say too much yet because we haven't dropped it yet, but it's cool. Like, it's definitely cool. Yeah.
And it so that was kind of, he was going over there and you would just like whip this stuff up to kind of do like a 1-of-1. So it was there.
I knew he was going to be interviewed by like pretty much like massive agencies.
And that kind of, and I guess stuff like that, it's like, it's that whole word of mouth kind of, like that helps.
Yeah. Well, he was like legit like getting interviewed, and then there's like Gunner walking like a massive rapper, and then like the guy from Fear of God, all in the same area. So like it's like a weird feeling knowing that your brand's right there and he's getting interviewed, he's wearing the stuff, and there's like
That's
famous
crazy.
people walking around.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Whack. Man,
now, and I'll throw this to both of you. What are your thoughts with, I touched on it before, the whole Supreme thing? It's like Supreme basically slapping their logo on like anything. And now it becoming like, I think you can get, like there's stupid things. Like
there's so much
bricks.
dumb shit, man.
the brick. That's what I was thinking about. The
crowbar.
brick.
Yeah,
The crowbar.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, I think the retail value on like the crowbar was something stupid, and then it's like the resale value. It was one of the items. It was like the value to like buy it was like $30 or $37.
Yeah, and then went up by like 120 times. Like,
and it was like the resale value was like mental. What are both of your thoughts? I'll start with you, Sylvester. Like, what are your thoughts on?
I think what they did was like, it's different. Like, no one's ever done that before, especially a clothing brand, and just slap it on anything, and then people would buy it. It's like, as stupid as it sounds, but it's just like never been done. I don't think. Like,
it's literally like, imagine. It's simple as Banx. Like, it's like that. Like, it's literally just Supreme.
Yeah, well,
it's just one word. And
yeah,
it's like,
Supreme pretty much went to the next level and just like, we're gonna try this, and now like they're like collabing with like Louis Vuitton and all that shit. And
when I'm pretty sure they got bought out by. I can't remember who they got bought by, but they got bought out by like a.
I did hear about that.
But it's a luxury designer brand.
Yep.
And they're just like, they're just pumping it out now. What do you think?
I think it's hilarious because they're like their actual font. I mean, their actual logo is just like
it's just like
basic font that anyone can use, so they can't actually even copyright their shit. There's like, I can't remember where it is, but it's in Japan or something. There's like an entire like street, an alleyway, or whatever, that's just Supreme everything, and it's completely legal because they can't copyright their thing because it's so royalty free. Like,
I mean, have you been to like China or Japan? Not China or like Bali or anything.
Oh yeah, no,
the word copyright does not exist.
It does not exist. But also the fact that like people did say shit and they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But also, I love all that Supreme shit. Like, I don't own a single piece of like Supreme clothing at all. Yeah. But I think what they're doing is hilarious, man. I love it.
Yeah, they're just taking the piss, but at the same time, like, what is working?
Dude, they're literally doing what I would love to: take the piss and make a ton of money out of it.
Yeah.
Like, legit. Like, who wouldn't want that? Like, they're all like, nah, man, Supreme's not what it used to be, you know, skate brand, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, it's great now. I know about it. Like, everyone knows about it.
Yeah. You look like someone that will wear Supreme.
Man, I can't afford Supreme.
Yeah, that shit just drops and sells out straight away.
But I know that, like, Harley, you would go out and buy, like, a Supreme crowbar for, like, $400.
The dumb shit is the only thing I would get.
Or, like, their yo-yo. They have a yo-yo, I'm pretty sure. Like,
what I want is to get, like,
it's like a $4,000 yo-yo.
doormat. Like a Supreme doormat.
Yeah.
And it's literally worth, like, thousands, and people are just standing on it every day. That's what I want. Like, I just want, like,
use it
Supreme
at least.
doormat. yeah. And then just on the floor, treat it like shit.
Pretty
because
much.
it's a fucking doormat. And then everyone's like, why would you do that? But I'm like, I'm just using it. Yo.
Yeah.
But I think that's the whole thing. Like, there's, like, a lot of, like, I don't see the point if you're going to buy, like, a designer brand or like Supreme or whether you go just purely Louis Vuitton or purely like Armani or anything like that. why you, unless it's a limited edition, unless it's a collectible item that like they're never gonna like release again, why you would buy something for like $2,000-$3,000 and not wear it?
I don't know. People just have way too much money.
Like if you had like $1,200 sneakers, or like some of the Yeezys that have dropped, and they're worth a stupid amount of money, and I see people walking around in them. It's like, well, like at least they're using them.
Yeah.
Like,
but it also kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Like when you see it, like I'm not even like a big sneakerhead. The most expensive shoes I own are $30. So like, but I still think it's like. It hurts. Like when you see them walking around wearing like $3,000 shoes. I'm like,
I think I can do that. The most I spent is like I bought my first designer shoe, which is like the Gucci snakes. My birthday, I was like, screw it, I'm gonna spoil myself.
Yeah.
And the first week I bought it, I wore it to my work Christmas party.
Oh, and see, that was your mistake there. Like,
it was a party bus as well. I was like. Put some crap on it. And everyone was like, why are you flexing? I was like, man, it's my birthday.
Yeah. I do. I know someone that I used to work with who they wear Louis Vuitton slippers. Like the leather.
Yeah.
Like they're not slide, they're slippers. They wear them to work.
Jesus.
And they work in like a bar. And they'll walk down, they'll go to the beach and they're like, these are like,
at least he's putting good use to it, yeah.
Like, it's just like, you just see them.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's that thing. It's like, look, okay, you're wearing them and I can respect that you're getting use out of them, but why? Like, it does hurt a little bit.
I've got a mate that did a shoe out of his Gucci shoes.
That hurts. That's amazing, but it also hurts.
He's got two pairs. He's got one for like beating and the other one's just like going out to nice places.
I was actually on the weekend sitting at a bar. And there was like this girl walked in with were they Gucci? I think they were Gucci. Yeah, it was like Gucci sneakers. And I couldn't see them. I just recognized like the label and everything. And literally I sat in like the booth for like a good 20 minutes with like friends. We're like, are these real? We're like, why would she be like breaking it down? Like, would she be wearing them? And then I jumped on the internet. Literally within like the first 5 minutes, fake Gucci sneakers, identical to hers, $100. I'm like, yeah, she's not. She was like 18. I'm like,
yeah.
Your mates are rocking like Vans. I don't think you'd be flexing on Gucci sneakers.
Maybe she wanted to stand out.
Yeah, and then like even if you go up and ask someone, you'd be like, are they real? Like, of course they're gonna say they're real. Yeah. Like, no one's gonna be like they're fake.
Okay, well then something I want to ask then for both of you as well. Like, how do you feel about fakes? Like, how do you personally feel about fakes?
Oh, man.
Yeah, ask me because I'm like the star icon in the room. Ask.
How you feeling?
Like if I was getting caught wearing fake stuff, I think I'll get ripped into really hard, especially having my own clothing brand. It's like someone wearing fake Banx stuff. I'll be like, doing?
But like, to add on to his question, then, what do you think about other people rocking like fake Louis Vuitton?
I think, I don't know. I just feel like it's like, just don't do it. You look really bad. Like, you can obviously tell it's fake.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, like, I've put a rep to keep. I can't wear that type of shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I was caught wearing that, man, like, there goes my reputation, I guess.
I think it's the whole, like, it's, if you can't afford it, don't kind of buy it. Or, like if you can't afford it, like, the whole point of, like, you see people with, like, designer brands or any kind of fake brand, it's like, they can afford to buy it. Like, it's in the, how do you say this? It's a status symbol, and it's like, if you're wearing that shit, people know you have you're flexing, or you just genuinely have a lot of money. You just don't care.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're wearing fakes, like, why? Like, it's like people that can.
Oh yeah, you get people come up to they're real, and then if you say they're real, then that makes you look more like a douche.
Yeah. But it's like people that, like, on their Instagram. Like, I know there's I can't remember what country, but you can. There's like a private jet parked on a runway, right?
Yep.
And you can pay to go on the private jet. They have a professional photographer set up with lighting and everything. Wait. And green screen on, like, the windows. So they'll take photos of you and then green screen, like, the sky or, like, different, like,
having champagne.
Yeah, like, literally you can you pay like for an hour and it's like $500 or whatever it is.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Is that in Perth?
They'd make so much money.
It's not in Perth. But I'm sure you could build like a fake. Like,
just let people wear your shoes.
But like literally, like and it's a real thing. I can't remember where it is. If I find it, then I'll let you know. But that's another kind of side of like people. It's not fake clothing, but it's kind of like fake controlling their Instagram
fake
or
lifestyle.
Yeah, like literally, there's so many people like Dan Bilzerian. A lot of people thought that his lifestyle is fake, or he pays the models to be there.
Nah, he
balls.
He can ball that shit out.
He's like, there's a Joe Rogan's podcast with him. Like it goes into that, but like a lot of people thought that like that whole life, it's like too good to be true kind of thing.
I mean, see, I'm in like a weird middle ground when it comes to like fakes and stuff. Like, there's a big difference between like someone going to Bali and just wanting to grab like a cheap bag just because they want a bag. Like, they're like, oh shit, this bag, oh, it's got Gucci on it, dope. And then there's the people that genuinely invest like, $100, $200 into fakes that are meant to look legit, and then like go around flexing. Like, those guys. But if you're just gonna like buy the cheap shit just because you want it, like I'm like, everyone can tell it's a fake shirt, and as long as you're like, dude, it's my bag's fake. I got that shit for like $10. I love it.
You wouldn't leave
I can't even tell.
You wouldn't leave it here. It's $10. I could have given you $10. I
got it literally because it's that small. It fits everything I need in my headphones, my laptop charger, USBs, everything. Yeah. And I treat it like shit. I throw it under the decks, swing it around. Like the straps on it feel like wood. Like they're shit. Like the straps are terrible. And every time someone says, yo, is that real? And I'm like,
why do you want to?
I'm like, no, it is not real. I'm like,
shit.
Like it's terrible. And I tell people, and sometimes, I want to fuck with them because they'll look at me and they'll think that it's real. And I'm like, it was a gift.
There was a dude walking around in Culture Kings, because I DJ Culture Kings, and I was looking at this kid and he had like the Louis Vuitton Supreme bag. I was like, that bag is like 15 grand. Why is he around Perth? Like, he'll get rolled.
Legit.
And then I went up to him and was like, bro, like, don't tell me that's real. And he's like, no, it's not real. Like, oh my God, you crazy, man.
Yeah,
like,
legit.
He's
like,
like,
even wearing the fake, man, you're going to get like...
There's some people with like... I've always wanted to like find like a decent looking Supreme duffel bag.
Oh, it looked real though.
But like a fake one and just like mess with people at the airports.
Oh, I think that's what I think it was Dylan Francis did that. He got given... he got a fake Supreme. It looks so legit as well. Yeah. And he treated it like shit for an entire day on his Instagram story. Like, and everyone just ripped into him. And then he I think he ripped it in half or something. And he was like, this costs like $25.
Yeah.
He's like, chill your shit. Like,
now there's like so many like good fakes these days. It's
Do you worry that in the future that like, say you blew up into that kind of that culture, that your stuff will get like copied? And have you thought about what would happen?
Have you ever seen a Banx copy? Has that ever happened?
No, but if it happened for the first time, I reckon it'd be.
I feel like it would be like a low key, like kind of like the double in the sword, like a bit of a compliment, but also, oh shit, someone's copying my stuff. Like,
at the start I'd be like, oh, that's sick, and then obviously if I get that big, and then I'll be like, oh no, that's just not cool.
You could probably make like. I'm not condoning doing this, but if you made like a fake item of a brand that hasn't blown up yet, and then that item you can be like, I made that in 2014 when they were like local, and now they're like worldwide. It'd probably be worth just as much as the brand.
Legit.
I think Street X did. They dropped a couple of shirts, and then Bradshaw went to India. There was like a Street X, but it was spelled Street X, like the Indian version. I was like, he's like put on Instagram. He's like, holy shit, my brand's got an actual fake version now. This is sick.
But that's the thing. You don't know whether it's like, is it a good thing or is it a...
Oh, he was happy. He was like, this is sick.
Did you buy some of it?
I don't know.
I would have I would literally buy my own face.
Yeah, I was like...
And then go into my shop and be like,
that would be... Actually, you should one day get some like cheap, or if you ever find like fake Banx stuff, and then wear it around the people that work with you and see if they can spot if it's real.
I'll just be watching you going, something's off.
Yeah. you know,
you feel dirty. Like you're like, what's wrong? It's the shirt.
To keep on the fake, we're keeping on this fake thing. What are your thoughts on fake jewelry? specifically, because I feel the Harley's like, you're targeting.
Well, no. Okay, my jewelry's fine, but yeah.
No, like specifically, like gold chains are a huge one. People that wearing like fake gold chains, and it's like, what are your thoughts? I guess it's a similar thing, but like, what are your thoughts about? Like, do you wear a fake gold chain?
Oh man, I try not to wear much jewelry except this. I don't know, this watch.
That's jewelry.
Yeah. Like
I mean, it's a watch.
Yeah.
So like,
well,
everyone wears.
Yeah. I just don't trust myself, man. Like I lose stuff, especially jewelry. Is like I just don't pay attention, and then next minute I'm like, what the my necklace go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost one. Yeah.
Man, I was headbanging on stage like a week ago, and like
a week later, you're like, what the?
I just flew onto the mix, and I was like, "Oh crap!" And I grabbed it, just cut the because I went, "Whoops!" And then I was like, "Oh shit!" Just put that back on. Yes, that sucked.
Yeah.
Do you like? I guess that's like another like people going out. Like you see a lot of people like I've seen in clubs where they'll be wearing like a really like a gold chain the size of yours, Harley.
Oh yeah, those ones.
And you're like, dude, if that was real, that's like a $30,000, $40,000 chain. Like, there's no way you're wearing that into. Like,
unless you're a rapper, you've got like bodyguards around you. Then yeah.
Like small chains, like a chain that's thin, like the size of like one of your earrings.
Yeah.
Is if it's a gold and it's like 18 karat, you're easily looking at a few $1,000s.
Yeah. Legit.
I just don't trust myself wearing jewelry in Perth. Like, it's just someone's gonna like try and do something to you.
Have you ever had myself? I don't trust anyone else.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anyone like stand you up or anything, or or even like wearing like Banx stuff?
Or like trying to like get it off me or some shit.
Yeah.
Nah, luckily no. Like I've been very lucky. Like I've once after my set, after whatever I was, I think I was wearing my Gucci socks and my belt. And I was walking through the car park, and this dude's looking at me. And I was like, "Oh fuck, keep walking." But then no face, like I didn't look at them or anything. But yeah, I felt I was going to get rolled if I walked any slower.
It's crazy. Like I've never thought of like. So I don't own like any like Louis Vuitton or Gucci. I want to buy some Louis Vuitton purely because it's my name. Like Vuitton's not my name, obviously, but like I just want to have like Louis something because I'm like, yay.
That'd be sweet.
But like I've never thought of that in a sense of like you guys walking around, like if we've got like fake Gucci or like real Gucci or whatever brand it is, like actually people like trying to like steal it off you. Like I've never.
I've had people follow me before.
Really?
Steal that bag.
Oh man, it's getting like nothing. Northbridge is getting dangerous, man. Like
really?
I wouldn't walk around there with anything expensive.
That's crazy. Yeah. It's kind of like, I've just never. I never thought of it. Like, I guess you don't have, like, if I'm wearing, usually it's like all black and it's like a black jacket that's like not branded or anything, so you don't really have to worry about it. But yeah, I had someone at a festival come up and I had, it's like a red, white, and black jacket. And someone thought it was a Tommy Hilfiger jacket. And like the Hilfiger jacket that looks similar to it, it's not even close. But the Hilfiger jacket that's similar to it is like a $400-$500 jacket.
Damn.
And they were like, "Is that?" And I was wearing it. Listen out. And I'm like, "No, like this is some brand that I got off the internet. I think it was like ASOS or something.
ASOS.
It wasn't like anything like
expensive.
Yeah, it was like I bought it from them. It's some brand in the UK that make it. But
it's crazy. Like I've had that many like a few situations where like I have never like gotten into like a fight or anything or like had anyone confront me, but my mate got rolled like 2 weeks ago. Sucked. He got a lot taken from him. Like he had like $700 in his wallet. But like, dude, I mean, I literally don't go out without like some sort of like protection because I'm not a big dude or anything. So like, right
You're
now,
tall.
like, yeah, I'm tall-ish. But dude, you want to see how I get around Northbridge?
Yeah, you just have to like just be careful there. Like I make sure I'm not on my phone when I'm walking Northbridge now.
Sorry, audio listeners.
yeah, audio. It's bring it up and it's ASMR.
Hey, there it
I
is.
get around Northbridge.
Now, because you did this to me earlier, for all our audio listeners, please describe to us what you just put out of your bag.
So, for all my audio listeners, I got a butterfly knife. I keep it in my bag. It's real as well. I got it from my stepdad.
You should do it ASMR style, like.
This is my knife. It sounds horrible. I hate that. Anyway, yeah, like if I'm walking through, that's in my pocket, 100%. And like I could get in a lot of trouble for that as well because like you're not allowed to have those at all, especially real ones. But it's the only thing I have that's
self-defense.
Yeah, that can be concealed.
Yeah. So you only use that to open letters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I tried to do a trick on that once. I cut my finger, so I was like, so I'm good.
Yeah, so that's purely kept. So when you go to work, you open letters with it. Yep. You don't use it for anything else.
Never.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, definitely not. Just for the legal side of things.
I did chop a carrot with it once to see if it was actually sharp.
Is it?
It went all the way through. It's actually sharp. Let me tell you. No.
We just do a whole episode of just Harley like cutting carrots.
Previously.
ASMR chef over here while you guys have an interview. Yeah. But like, if you want to know, like someone, group of guys tried to steal that from me once, that bag. And all I could think in the back of my head was like, A, I'm terrified. And B, you better roll someone for $10.
Did you tell him that?
No. Okay, so what happened? Well, I'll make it really short. This is when I was still going to SAE.
Okay.
Broad daylight. I was on the train, almost like full of people, but my particular carriage was actually quite empty. There was like 4 guys in a different carriage, and I was chilling. And I always have my bag next to me, but I always have my foot through it or like my arm through it or something. And by the time I got off, so from GNRLEY to the city, they were right behind me. They were sitting on the seat behind me. Oh, wow. So I got off, went up the escalators. They were like still there, like only like a few people between us. Got out, walked down the street, got to that really big intersection where like
busy traffic
you go over the bridge, you go over the North Bridge, like really busy shit. And across the road, there was like an empty building. And I could see in the glass across the road that they were
still
literally like right behind me, like easily like 30 centimeters between us. And I can see the guy going like this. I'm like, he is 100% trying to unzip my bag right now. And so I bolted across the road through the traffic. And like,
did they chase?
Like, no, because I ran through traffic. I probably could have gotten hit by a car. I through and I had a skateboard with me as well. So I bolted, and the second I got to the flat, I just went and they followed me for like easily like 10, 15 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
and that's like I've just never thought of like something.
And in broad daylight as well. Like there's people everywhere around me, but they have no idea what's going on.
And you never had anything. Do you keep your designs pretty secret as well? Like, is that something that?
Oh man, like I try to like, but if I get too excited, just
well, we don't get to know about the pants that he got like made. So like,
oh no, people seeing the pants, they're like, oh cool. Like, what else did you do? I was like, oh, you have to wait.
Do you kind of like wear stuff around that's you'll be like, oh, this is coming out, and then it kind of gets people like.
Yeah, this bag's I've been trying to like market and promote it, and people's like, oh, when's it dropping? Or like all my photos and put this bag in it.
No, it's dope. The clips and stuff and that sick as well, like all the metal and stuff.
Are you gonna buy one?
I've never actually been one for like bags like that. That's why I like my little bag. But like, man, every time I see them, like every time I see like renditions of basically like satchels or whatever, like fanny packs.
See, I like them a lot.
I'd
I'd never wear something like that. I don't. Yeah. But I would no, like I wouldn't suit something like that. But at the same time, like I would buy one and then just.
I feel like I'd
use it for holidays.
I feel like I'd buy like a really shitty one, like a fluoro green $5 like fanny pack that I can wear really tightly around my waist. Like, hello, I'm a DJ.
You need to do that. Just rock up to a show.
Man, you should have seen my season's outfit, man. Damn, I went there looking like a highlight. Oh shit.
Now I was gonna touch on. Sorry, I just had a mental blank. No, I was going to touch on. So back in the days when you were doing like stereos and all of that, is that something that you? Was that like where you like promote it through, or how did you kind of get into doing that? Because there was quite a few shows that I'd noticed.
Yeah, stereo was like my first breakthrough gig, I think. Yeah, because I did the Limelight competition back then. It was like the Limelight DJ comp.
Yeah,
and there was like a few big names that went through that, like Morgan from Slumberjack.
Yeah, well, that's that kind of like.
Yeah, so I was there pretty much when he became. He won that comp.
Yeah,
and then Fletcher's the year before that, the other half of Slumberjack, and then Axon So it's really good, cool to actually be part of that whole experience. And then now, that competition pretty much helped me get a silent disco set.
Nah, man, it's so
but it was really, like everyone was like, oh yeah, Sly Kid. Oh yeah, I heard that mixtape from that stereo comp that you want to DJ at Dorsey or some shit.
Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah, I was playing upstairs. Yeah, that's when trap just popped. Like I made my first mix and it was like trap, and then they're like, "Yo, the trap is sick, man. Like we want you upstairs." And then from there it just blew up from there, I guess.
Were you around? You were around.
Yeah, man, I remember when trap like popped off, man.
No, not trap. Is it Dorsey?
Oh, Dorsey. Oh, I was there like a year or 2 years after.
No, but I'm saying, were you?
Oh, he wasn't. Nah, he was definitely not.
Okay. All right.
I will.
He would have been younger.
Yeah. Man, I'm all about that good life, you know. Yeah,
the good life.
Got a good life.
Actually, something you'll definitely remember this, but I want to see if you. So, last week's the last interview that we did with Midi, I brought up about Dirt Dessert, Yogo.
Oh, yep.
Did you ever have them?
Yeah, I had them.
Okay. Have you ever had them?
Yeah, man, I had the PC game as well.
The what?
I had a computer game that was the Yogo game where you bought like a pack of Yogo and it came with a disc.
Oh yeah,
the Yogo game.
Yeah, I remember those.
But do you remember Dirt Dessert specifically? You don't
think so.
No,
but I do remember Yogo. I love Yogo.
Yogo's still around.
But the Yogo Dirt
yeah, but
version.
when it was good, have you seen what it looks like now? It looks like shit.
But like, all right, so you can appreciate.
Yeah, I still buy it sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy that for tomorrow.
But like the chocolate, it had like the chocolate bits underneath, and it had like I think marshmallow or something through it as well.
Yeah, like M&Ms or some shit.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
You missed out. Like they stopped.
Do you remember the ones where like you just like fold them together and then the M&Ms go into the Yogo and then they unfold?
Yes.
So like half it was M&Ms, half it was Yogo, and you just fold it over, unfold, and underneath was the spoon, and then you just eat the Yogo and the M&Ms.
I missed out.
And then they got because they were like, it's unhealthy. No, it's like 100% sugar.
They tried to do a healthy version of that where it was like yogurt. And it had like mixed berries or like
they did it with so they basically kept the same thing, but they made the section of the M&Ms tiny and then put like little pieces of ham and crackers and then like another tiny little section of yogurt. I'm like, great. I'm like, M&Ms, Yogo, bin.
No, but seriously, like the dessert. All right, give the second one. It makes me feel old knowing that like I've gone through two people now and they don't know what it is. But yeah, you missed it. Like it was like it was chocolate and like Yogo, and it had like a chocolatey crumble at the bottom, and you're like
Yeah, man, I'm hungry, so shut up. I just kind of want to know something as well. Like, so you're doing DJing and you're doing clothes and stuff. Mm-hmm. I guess I have two questions. Are you doing production at all?
Oh man,
is that something you want to go into?
Yeah, I've like actually looked into it. Like last year, I got Advance to help me out. Like,
that's like the best starting point ever.
It was, but then he moved to Sydney just recently. Like, but no, I was like, I was gonna do it, but then just so much time where to spend. Like, I'm spending so much time on Banx.
Yeah,
at the moment, and then DJing on the weekend is like, tiring, and then I have to plan for the week for the gigs, and then I've got Banx. I got to work at nighttime on the Banx stuff, and then daytime DJing Culture King. So it's like full on.
Do you feel like there's a lot of like strip between like putting time into like Banx and then putting time into DJing, and like are you putting enough effort into Banx because you're DJing?
That's kind of what I was going to ask as well. Like, which one do you think is advancing more, like at the moment?
At the moment, like DJ wise, like I'm always planning months ahead to be booked for like gigs and making sure like I don't double book. Yeah. But once I've done that, I pretty much just focus on Banx. So it's just like just balancing it out, I reckon. Like, but I pretty much got everything ready for next season.
I think it's not like maybe when you get into that full on production, I think that's when it might. Like,
I'm gonna have it in life. I'm not gonna have it in life if I start production.
But that's when like I think like what Harley was like touching on is like if you get to that stage, it's kind of like, and I notice as well, it's like if I was doing a project, like it then takes away from my main business side of things, and it's like shit. Like am I putting enough effort into like doing this, or like what needs more effort, like and that kind of thing. Where I think if you got into production, you'd be like,
your
shirts would just turn like plain white. There's no logo on them.
Now, I was going to do production. I was thinking if I wasn't doing Banx, I would definitely be doing production wise. But I just chose clothing instead. And I'm doing pretty good at the moment. So I'm just going with the flow. And obviously, if I get more free time, I'll try to go doing production.
I guess if someone was to say you do this, which one would you rather be known as? Would you rather be known as a DJ or a designer? Which one are you kind of pushing more? Do you think? Do you want to be a huge DJ, or do you want to have a huge clothing brand, or just kind of move together?
I'll go both if I can, because there's a lot of DJs all becoming designers, Off-White, Virgil, Alex Studios, Shannon Preston. They're all DJs, and they all pretty much have this massive fashion house now. So you can,
if you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one,
yeah. Because I know that the original question was...
No, I really want to know.
I can't say it.
Because why I couldn't say that if it was do you want to just keep doing production or do you want to just keep doing DJing? I would not be able to pick at all. I'm I like them both.
Just get the taco girl come in.
Yeah. Can't we have both?
I will, before you answer as well, I know you as a designer.
Yep.
10 times over before I knew you were a DJ.
DJ, yeah.
I think that's for a long time I didn't even know your first name. I just knew you as Banx.
Yeah, everyone thought my actual last name was Banx. I was like, no, that's just the brand name.
Well, that was me.
We clarified that within the first 10 minutes of this this episode. But I literally I knew you as Banx, and I knew you as a clothing designer, and that was it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until in more recent times, doing more research and that I was like, oh shit, you've been DJing for
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's interesting to actually see kids come up to me. I actually try and pick out what they actually pick up first. They do see me as the guy that makes clothes. The designer. So I would say, the designer part really plays a big role. They
don't see you as slack kid.
Yeah, some people don't even know I DJ. They're like, oh, you DJ too? I'm like, yeah. It's on my Instagram, on my stories.
Just a little bit, just 5 days a week.
5 days a week, yeah. But I do get a lot of people that come up to me oh, you're the guy that played at Post Malone. So I was like, man, you only remember me from that night?
You're I'm offended that...
No, it's good. People still remember it. It's been a year now.
Yeah.
And people still come up to me oh, dude, that set was sick. I'm like, you remember that set? Yeah, it was really good. That spot was so good. I was like, oh, okay.
So getting back to it, which one would you pick?
I would pick... I like playing music. To be honest, playing in front of a big crowd, dropping a track, seeing their reaction.
Yeah.
Just especially when you drop More Bomber or some shit or Sicko Mode.
The best feeling.
You just know when everyone's going to scream. You put the volume down and you're that's probably that. I think DJ would have to be.
Quick question. How many writers do you think were on Sicko Mode?
Dude, I just got the Skrillex vinyl for the remix.
I know, I saw it.
Oh, yeah.
The back of it.
Okay,
it's amazing.
How many writers do you think was on Sicko Mode?
Fuck. I have no idea. 5?
38.
10? Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
There was 38 writers on Sicko Mode.
Yep.
How does that work?
To say out like a light. It's very hard, okay? You need 38 people to put this together.
Hey, look, there was 6 people to write each line.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yes, I found that out the other... I was watching an interview and someone... who was it? I was watching Chainsmokers interview and they brought it up. They were because they were talking about collaborations and everything, and they were well, it's we're collaborating because they've collaborated with Five Sauce. And they're well, there's X amount of people that wrote this track, and it's Sicko Mode had 38 writers. It's
Damn,
it was literally made to. It was perfectly curated to be a hit.
Yeah,
it was literally so. So I got the Skrillex vinyl. The bottom of it, where it says the B-side Skrillex remix of Sicko Mode.
Yeah,
2 people on it: Skrillex and the manager or some random, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
And that's down there. The case is it's a 7-inch vinyl.
Yeah.
So the rest of it is that just writing in size 3 font of people that worked on Sicko Mode. It's insane.
Well,
I should send you a photo of that because it's crazy.
Yeah.
I never realized that either until I got that. So it's crazy you bring that up because I only got that 2 days ago.
Yeah, well, I found that out and then you posted that and I'm oh, it's...
That's heinous, man.
Wow, at least it's, it's credited and things like that, which is good. Like the names are out there for like the people that did it.
Yeah, well,
except they didn't credit on the actual music video.
Oh yeah,
Swaley, is it? Oh, he went off.
Yeah,
because he's got his voice in the background, and they didn't even like credit him. He was like, "What the man? Like, you." There
was a lot of that. It was. I found it cool. Like I liked the aesthetic of like the album and how it was just like the name and then Travis, and like that was cool. But there were so many artists on that, and like you just like on that entire album, and there's just no way of knowing. Like I only found out like 2 months after it came out that Juice WRLD was the guy that was singing on the track that I liked, and I was like, oh, okay, didn't know that. That's cool. It didn't say anywhere, no feet, no nothing.
Yeah, well, it's all to do with like you might have like a feature, but then like if it doesn't say feature, but someone's singing on there, someone's going to pay a lot more money in the background to have their name. Like
true, yeah.
Like you know the whole like rights thing. It's kind of like, oh, if it says feature on it, then all right. It'd kind of be like if someone did like, say you did a collaboration with someone, but it was kind of like, I don't know, Louis Vuitton, but like it was like a Banx thing. It was like, but you're paying him a shitload of money in the background to kind of like keep it as just you kind of thing. It's the same with like music. It's like they might do like, it might be a remix or it might be like a feature or whatever, but they're just like, we're not going to list you on here, but we'll just give you a bit more money in the background. So
yeah. So it looks like it was all my work.
Yeah, basically. Well, look, we're coming to the end. This is weird because usually I do this to Joel, so it's weird to throw this to you. But Harley, is there anything else that that you'd want to ask Sylvester?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And I think most DJs kind of have like a moment that comes to their head, but most embarrassing DJ moment. Like, what has anything ever happened to you? Like on stage, behind the scenes, something like on the way to a gig, you got no music with you, something like that.
Ever had someone crash your set and not remember?
Or like your earrings fall on the mixer and you cut the music.
It wasn't a big gig, but it was more of like a corporate gig. I was DJing for the YD store launch, and it was a carousel. Oh my god, I still remember it today. There was this elderly woman. She walked past, she looked at me, and then she just kept staring at me. I looked down, I was mixing, and I looked up again, like I saw her tits. she flashed me. I was like, what the f*** just happened? I looked back, and then the store manager looked at me. He was like, I'm like, oh my god.
I wasn't expecting.
Oh my god.
Good. I'm glad I asked.
I was like, this is probably the most thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god, that would.
And it was saggy as hell.
Oh man.
I texted my girlfriend. I was like, you don't believe what the.
Cheated on you. I just cheated on you.
I thought you were gonna be like, text your girlfriend and be like, your tits are amazing.
she actually came in after, and I was like, you know what just happened? She's like, she just laughed at me. She's like, no, suck shit. I was like, no.
That was not what I was expecting.
Yeah. When you asked me the question, I was like, oh, I know what to say.
Yeah. There's always something that comes to someone.
Yeah. You would think it's like a massive show, but no, it's just like Whitey store.
Something whack.
There's like a Whitey.
That's so good.
Oh, that's perfect. And I will say, thank you for coming in and guest hosting.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
You've done very well. Well done.
Thank you. Up until that point where I
a
gun to the camera.
Yeah, we'll do like a slow-mo into that. Now, the final piece I was going to ask Sylvester. So we've got basically what we do is we get everyone to bring in a piece.
Yep.
Whether there's photos up on the wall, there's condoms behind you in a glass jar, literally.
Sharon.
There's Harley's pen from SAE, Camille's hat. So we get a lot of stuff come in. So you've brought in something for us.
Yeah. When you told me to bring something in, I forgot. I was like driving in. I was like, oh, I need to bring something. So I drove all the way to the office in Leaderville and was like, ran in, just grab whatever I could find. Yeah. So I grabbed. I brought a A-frame cap. One of our first hats that we did.
Do you want to show the camera?
It's like
A-frame cap.
So this is like one of the first ones that you...
one of our first hats. Like we made 5 panels and then A-frame caps, and then dad caps. But yeah, we've got a few of these left. I've made too many. So I've been trying to like
You did one.
Yeah, okay.
This is one of those.
The first time when I was like, oh man, I made too much stock.
So, is this? So, how long ago was this? These
I would say that was 2 years ago now. Yeah.
So this isn't available.
Oh, it's on the website still.
So
yeah.
it's still available.
Yeah, I just made too much.
So how much can people buy? Well, clear some of your stock.
At the moment that's on sale, so that's like going for I think it's like $30 to $40. Okay. I think it's like I might be wrong. It might be $25 maybe.
Do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
Well, what I'll do is we'll put a link for that.
Yep.
We'll put a link for that on the YouTube video. We'll also put a link to your website as well. People can check that out. Your DJ page, all of that kind of stuff, or your socials. Harley, I'll even do it for you again. We'll put your socials. Yeah. Anyone that's listening, obviously jump onto our Facebook page or YouTube. You can see the links there, or actually just search these guys up. Thank you for watching the AAA podcast, the show that gives you access to areas to everything music, nightlife, and everything in between. If you want to watch more videos, click up here. If you want to subscribe, click up here. If you want to support us on Patreon as well, then you can click the link below. But other than that, thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Thank you.
Catch ya.
Later.